5 squares and the little ant. Okay, so this looks like quite a long set of instructions. Let's read it. The diagram to the right, so obviously this diagram right here, is made up of 5 squares. Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yep, these are the 5 squares. Each of the outer squares, so it must mean numbers 1, 2, 4, and 5, touches the central square, so that's number 3, with the tip of one corner only. Okay, so that's these contact points here. Okay, so that's pretty clear. Now, imagine that a little ant, imagine that little ant starting at point X. Okay, so that's up here on the diagram. Now, imagine that this little ant starts walking on to the right, so in the direction of this arrow, and walks along all the green lines perfectly until it returns to the point at which it started. If this little ant has traveled a total of 120 centimeters, what is the length of one side of any of the squares? Okay, and that's a little bit confusing, so let's have a look. Let's do the walk that the ant makes. It says here, imagine this little ant starts walking to the right and walks along all the green lines perfectly until it returns to the point. So let's trace that. He would go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So you can see here that it's traveling along the perimeter of each of the squares. Okay, it goes on the perimeter of each of the squares. It says if this little ant has traveled a total of 120 centimeters, so the perimeter is 120 centimeters. What's the length of any one side of the squares? Okay, so this is an interesting one. So let's have a look at this. We just want to know what the length of any one of these distances is. What is the length of one side of any of the squares? So let's not worry about 5 squares. Let's just deal with 1. Now the total perimeter is 120, but that's all of the sides. That's all of the sides that the ant went along. So that's a lot of sides. So let's forget about that. Let's get just one square, the perimeter of one square. So what we'll do is we'll have our 120 total and we'll divide it by however many squares there were, right? And that will give us the perimeter of one of the squares. So let's divide the 120 perimeter total by 5 squares. And let's see what we end up with. 5 into 1 can't go, but 5 into 12, that will go twice. And that will give us 2 remainder. 5 into 20, that goes 4. Okay, so here we go. So now we know that for one square, the perimeter equals 24 centimeters. And it says here, what's the length of one side? Right, so we can go back to our old favorite, the formula for the perimeter of any square, which is P, perimeter, equals 4 times S. 4 because that's 4 sides, and if we know the side, we're good to go. We don't know the side, but we do know the perimeter is 24. So let's rewrite that equation and plug in what we know. So perimeter, we know, is 24. And we don't know the rest of the equation. We don't know S. So now we've got a simple equation here that we can solve, and we can solve for S. So to get rid of timesing by 4, we divide by 4, and we do that to both sides to keep the equation balanced. What that means is that dividing by 4 cancels out timesing by 4 because it's the opposite. I'm left with S, which is what we want. We want to isolate the S. And on the other side, 24 divided by 4 is 6. What's the unit of measurement? The unit of measurement is centimeters, okay? And so this should be the correct answer. Or I should write it around the right way. S equals 6 centimeters. That's an even better answer. Okay, so let's check it though. So 6 centimeters is equals one length, equals one side. So let's just check that. Perimeter equals 4 times S. I'm going to pretend I don't know the perimeter of one square anymore. So P equals 4 times, what did I say the length was? 6 centimeters. So P equals 24 centimeters. That's what I think the perimeter is of one square. And according to this, it's the same information, 24. So S equals 6 centimeters must be correct.